In a world that loves to say all roads lead to the same mountaintop, Jesus made a statement so exclusive, it has shaped Christianity for 2 millennia. He didn't just offer to show us the way, he said that he is the way. We're going to explore why this single verse, John 14:6, is one of the most powerful and controversial declarations ever made, and how it points to a single, narrow path to God. To really get this, you have to picture the scene. Jesus is in a dimly lit room with his best friends for one last meal, the Last Supper. The air is thick with tension. He's just told them he's leaving, that one of them is about to betray him, and that Peter, their fearless leader, will deny he ever knew him. Their entire world is falling apart. They're scared and confused. It's into this chaos that Thomas blurts out what everyone else is thinking. "Lord, we don't know where you are going, so how can we possibly know the way?" This isn't some deep theological debate. It's a raw, human cry for help. And Jesus' answer isn't a complicated set of directions, but a simple, profound assurance. Jesus looks at his friends and says, "I am the way, and the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." Let's start with "I am the way." Notice he doesn't hand them a map or a list of rules. He offers himself. In a world full of spiritual options and self-help guides, Jesus makes a claim that's radically exclusive. He isn't one of many paths. He is the only path. Now that sounds incredibly narrow, and for a lot of people, it's a major stumbling block. But think about it like this. If you're in a burning building, you don't want 10 possible exits. You want the one guaranteed way out. If you have a deadly illness, you're not looking for a dozen experimental drugs. You're looking for the one proven cure. Jesus isn't speaking from a place of religious arrogance, but from a place of divine rescue. He's the one and only bridge across the gap that separates us from God. Next, he says, "I am the truth." We live in a culture of you have your truth and I'll have mine, but Jesus claims to be the living embodiment of objective, divine reality. He's the standard by which everything else is measured, the fulfillment of every promise God ever made. Then he follows it with, "I am the life." He's not just talking about having a pulse. He means he's the very source of eternal spiritual life. For the disciples who were about to watch him die, this was a mind-bending promise. He was telling them that even as he faced death, he held the keys to life itself. This means salvation isn't found in a philosophy, but in a person who defeated the grave. Through him, we're offered a new kind of spiritual life that death can't touch. So what does all this mean for us? This one verse changes everything by giving us an anchor in a world of confusion. Instead of a faith based on how good we can be or how many rules we can follow, Christianity all comes down to one thing: a relationship with Jesus. Faith stops being about striving and becomes about surrender. This verse really forces you to ask some big questions. What direction is my life actually going? Am I trying to build my own path, or am I on the way? Where am I getting my sense of truth? Is it from the shifting opinions of culture or from the rock-solid person of Jesus? It's a declaration that salvation and a true connection with God are found only through him. For some, this verse is an incredible source of comfort and security. For others, it's a real challenge. What does it bring up for you? I'd genuinely love to read your perspective in the comments. And if this gave you something to think about, I hope you'll subscribe for more conversations that get to the heart of faith. John 14:6 is a defining pillar of the Christian faith. It's an exclusive claim that often sparks controversy, but inside that exclusivity is an unbelievable message of love, that God didn't leave us stumbling in the dark to find our own way. Instead, he became the way for us. It's a verse that changes everything because it shows us that the path to God isn't a path at all. It's a person, and his name is Jesus.